Calvin getting his show day check-in in. Clearly happy with what he saw, with how he's handling his phone. Okay, so this is, we're gonna do 3 and 4 right now. So, hit your set, and then we're gonna do rest pause, and then we're gonna do drop. Yeah. 2, go. See what we get? 1. Good, hard kick. Good. That's it, that's it. Nope that bottom, nope that bottom. Good, give me 1. Give me 1. Go, go. Yeah, go. Yeah, go. Last one, go, go. 1. Good. Hard kick. Oh, jeez. Oh, that died.
Yep. Yep. Come on, come on, come on.
That was all you.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
Terrible.
Terrible, good. 1, here we go. 1. Come on, 2. Go. 3. Go. Finish it. Go.
Come on, one more at least. Yeah, push, 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 push. That's a set.
I'm just a kid, and my quads are so damn sore. I'm just a kid, gonna puke at this garage door. Yeah. Oh. One more, I'm with you. Through. Yeah.
1. Let's rock. With you, with you, with you. Come on. Yep, push, 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 push.
All right. Me and Calvin, wifey behind the wheel as always on show day weekends. We're gonna do a little Q&A. So I asked on Instagram, everybody dropped some questions. Calvin and I are gonna answer. So first question along the lines of, what is something that beginner athletes misunderstand about building muscle naturally? Calvin, you're a beginner. What do you think you misunderstand? I'll say the timeline is the biggest one. I think people really, and this is probably a lot to do to social media and people lying about substances they're taking and the rate in which their physique is changing and how that happened. But I think people just like really think that they're gonna build this dream physique in like 2 years, and it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, and like first-time competitors also will think they can grow into a show, and it's not something you can do. The first prep is a lot longer than you think it's gonna be.
Yeah. All right, Calvin, what keeps you consistent when you have drops in motivation?
What keeps me consistent? Well, I have a passion for what I do.
Yep.
As you do. So the end goal is always the focus, and when there's drops in motivation, you just need to be disciplined enough to stick.
Have you ever had times when you didn't want to train for like a long period of time?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just recently.
Yeah.
Just recently.
Yeah, that's true.
The first 6 months of my post-prep was terrible. It's just now that I'm kind of getting back into
getting your feet under you.
I love training again.
What do you think? Was it like a bodily response, or were you just kind of like meh when it comes to like when it came to training? Was it just like not scratching the itch?
Both, right?
Yeah.
Both. So numbers weren't going the way you wanted them to go, and at the same time, you start, you're putting muscle back on you're putting fat back on after a prep, so you start to look worse, and it all compounds. But you just got to stay true to your goal and stay disciplined.
Yeah. I've never had like I have days when I don't like love training, but I can't think of any extended period of time that I've like not worked out. We've been married for 10 years. How long have I like not trained for?
Probably COVID for like a week and a half, and then we bought a house and built a gym so you can train again.
Bought a gym with a house around it. What scenario or situation would you know, someone comes to you for prep and they're like, hey man, I want to do a show, this is where I'm at. What could they say that you'd be like, honestly man, I think we should wait?
I'm not really experienced enough to speak on it. But
Personal life and finances. I think if you're going into a prep and your personal life, whether that be relationship, whether that just be like yourself in general, if that's not in a good spot, then prep and the challenges that will come with prep is just going to make everything harder. And then finances, like if you're like barely getting by and then you add in like the cost of like maybe some extra food that you normally don't have, or like better food that maybe you don't have, and then like, I don't know, what would you say an average show costs? Like $1,000?
probably 1,000 to 1,500.
Yeah. And if you're a bikini girl or a female athlete that needs a suit, add on like
And the hair
$500.
makeup.
Yeah. So
Keep going.
keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, personal life and finances. If those things are a little slippery, then probably not a good idea. 1, 2, because this happened recently that I basically told a client that like I don't think this is a good idea, is within like the first 2 weeks she was already commenting on like food relationship issues and like getting that fixation on food and all that kind of stuff. So I basically said that like, look, this is stuff that like at the end of prep is challenging to deal with, and the fact that we're seeing these things already and we have like 4 or 5 months to go, no dice. So that's another one. Hardest part about competing in multiple divisions on show day, you can field this one.
Yeah. It depends on the federation especially, but no matter what, you're going to feel beat up, especially because they usually start with bodybuilding and classic physique. By the time you get to the second and the third category, you're beat up, you're exhausted, you've pumped up multiple times.
Yeah. Do you find like emotionally too, you're kind of like dwindling?
Especially when the show is split up. If you do a CPA show, by the time you get to the finals at night, emotionally you're drained, physically you're drained. And like if you do a WMBF show, they work your ass off.
Just
So,
physically.
like by the time I was in my second class, I was shaking, I couldn't hold a pose. And this is with practice non-stop. So I would definitely try to cap it at 2.
Yeah. I've only ever done 2 divisions, bodybuilding and classic. Just keeping like physically, yes, it's challenging, but I think keeping someone like emotionally like locked in, like I know for me, like when I went out for bodybuilding, I was like running on all cylinders, and then when I went out for classic, like I immediately just kind of felt a little bit of like wind in my sails cut out a little bit. Like for you to then also go out for men's physique, I can only imagine how exhausting that was. And like, yeah, so it's tricky. You gotta kind of manage your energy very, very intelligently.
And then he says the people are chill, like the organizers. And then he goes, yeah, I mentioned Leroy and everything was solved.
All right. First show day vlog of the season. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel ready. Well rested.
Good.
Hungry, but really good.
Good.
I'm excited.
All right.
Let's rock.
Let's see what's up.
Double.
Front lat. Nice. Legs look good. Side chest. Tricep. Nice. Hell yeah. Back double.
Pardon?
Back double. Okay, front double. Nice. Good. Front lat. Good. Side chest. Nice, good. Nice jam on that leg, good. Side tricep. Boom. You know you're committed when you weigh out water. Said you know you're committed when you're weighing out water.
Like 25 grand,
Yeah.
You'll be out there with all
Rock and roll. Ready? Ready?
Ready to not understand.
All right, so we got the boys here in Syracuse, and then we got 2 back home in Toronto hitting the stage here soon too. So it's a busy day, but we're ready to rock. Season opener for the guy there. Nick's closing out the spring season, anyways. To be determined after that. The thing that I learned last season, my coach taught me this, is like I used to pump kind of chill. He's like, when do you look best? He said after workout. He's like, exactly. So when you pump up, like actually train almost, right? Like get in there, pump it up. Yeah, there you go. You got a couple to work. Yep, that one's good. You gotta snap it at the end. Snap it. I don't know how to do that. I'm old. I've never seen a picture. No, pull it up. No. Look how narrow that pulls you down.
Okay, so definitely do this one.
Yeah. There you go. Pose big. Legs. Front lat. Legs. Side chest. Nice. Tricep. That's muscular. Legs. Front lat. Side chest. You feel pumped up? Feel good? Feel good. Nice. Side try. Good. Really jam that hamstring. Yep. Back up.
Rear double bicep.
Okay, boys, we're gonna go get our seats. You guys are gonna do the damn thing. When they call you, yeah, just hop in.
Different level.
Woo!
Quarter turn to the right.
Hamstrings first. There it is. Good. Get wide. Yeah, buddy.
Woo!
Quarter turn to the right.
That glute again. Yep. Yeah.
And quarter turn to the right.
From the quad.
Woo!
And number 28 and 31, sir.
Good, Nick. Good. Good legs, Nick.
Case, get
Number
wide.
29, just one step to your right.
There it is, boy.
All right, gentlemen, go right into the posing. Front double bicep.
Good. Start with the legs. Nice, Nick. Nice.
Relax.
Biceps are crazy.
Abdominal thigh.
Show them the map. Good.
Good, Nick. Blow it out. Blow it out.
Nice.
Good.
Woo.
Relax. Front lat spread.
Here we go, Nick. Good shot.
There, hold it up there. There it is, just like that.
Good shot, Nick. Nice.
Gage.
All right, command number 29 and 31 switch.
Good job, 2-8. Good job.
Let's go, Chuck.
Nice, 2-8.
Nice job, boys.
All right, number 25, 27, 28, 29, and 30.
Stay in the pose. Stay strong. Let's go.
28.
Let's hear for these guys.
Stay on the legs.
Quarter turn to the right.
Hit that glute. Oh, right there. Perfect. Perfect.
Blow it out. Abs, abs.
Perfect. Good job, 2-8.
Just so.
All right, quarter turn to the right.
Good. Hands and glutes right there. There it is. Right there. Good. Get wide. Right there. Perfect. Perfect.
Chuck, open up. Open up. Elbows up. Elbows up. Forward, forward. Good.
Good job, 2-8.
There you go.
And quarter turn to the right.
Nice. That glute. Nice.
Blow it out. Hard on the abs.
Good job, 2-8.
Good. Abs. Hold, hold, hold.
All right,
All right,
2-8.
quarter turn to the right.
We see you, 2-8. Let's go.
Drive those hips back,
Nice.
guys.
Look at those quads.
Good. Good.
All right, 2-8.
Number 27 and 25 switch.
Nice, 2-8. Great job.
You're almost there, Nick. Let's go, baby.
Number 28 and 30 switch.
That's it.
Good. Chest up.
Effortless, 2-8. Effortless. Let's go. Nice.
Give yourself some room for a front elbow bicep.
Let's go, Dan. Come on, 30. Nice.
Good. Chuck, hips back, Chuck, hips back. There you go. Good,
And
good.
relax. Front lat spread.
Let's go, Nick.
That's it, 2-8. Show him right there. Good.
Jam the hips back.
All right, relax. Hands overhead, abdominal thigh.
Blow all your air out. Blow all your air out.
Nice.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Good.
Good job, Gage. Good job, 2-8.
Relax. Number 25 and 29 switch.
Let's go, boys.
Stay on those quads, 2-8. Perfect. Perfect.
In that pose. Let's go.
Quarter turn to the right.
Hit that glute. Nice. Good job, 2-8.
Good, Nick. Good.
Side chest.
All right, Chuck. Big shot. Big shot.
Hit that glute, Gage.
Jam
Right
the
there.
hamstring. Nice.
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 Good job, 2-8.
Good, Chuck. Good.
Good job, D.
Relax. Side tricep.
All right, good shot for both of you guys. Let's hit a good one.
Nice, Gage.
Good. Jam
Good
that
job.
hamstring. Blow it out.
Nice.
Relax. Quarter turn to the right, face the rear.
Those glutes on right here. Nice. Beautiful. Nice and
Rear low
wide.
bicep.
Let's go. Big back.
Yep. Lean back towards me, elbows forward.
Good. Open up, Chuck. Open up.
Nice.
There you go. Good,
Right there.
good.
Nice, 2-8. Nice, 2-8.
Relax. Rear lat spread.
Nice and wide here. Yep, pull them in. Hamstrings.
Him.
Yep.
3 weeks.
Wide, right
Good.
there.
Elbows forward. Good, good.
Nice, 2-8.
Relax. Quarter turn to the right. Number 29, 25 switch.
Nice, glute right there to the side. Good job.
Side chest.
Let's go. Big shot, boys.
Good. Glute first. Good. Nice.
Relax.
Nice posing.
Good, abs. Good, Chuck, good. Good shot, Nick.
Side tricep.
Come on, Dan. Show us more.
Make sure those abs, blow it out, blow it out, blow it out. Good.
Good job, 2-8.
Relax. Face the front.
On those quads. Right there, perfect. Good job, 2-8.
Abdominal thigh.
Nice.
Good. Come down on those abs.
There you go.
Come
Hit
down.
the obliques. Good, good. Nice.
Relax.
Nice, 2-8.
28 and 27 switch.
Right in the middle. There we go. Get wide.
You're almost there, boys.
Grand, most muscular.
Let's see the traps. Let's see the traps. Nice.
Relax. This is for a pro card, so give us your favorite pose from the front.
Oh, hands together. Let's
Front
go.
lat spread.
Let's hear
Front
it.
lat
Open
spread.
hands, bodybuilders.
Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Thank you.
This front.
Let's go, buddy! Keep it tight, Neil!
Good job, gentlemen. Matrix. Good job. Call up competitor number 75, Heather Hewitt.
Let's go, Lindsay! Let's go!
All right, so we are a day removed from the competitions over the weekend. Wanted to close out this video with just kind of a summary of what went down and the results and all that kind of stuff. Quickly, I know that this show day vlog and honestly probably what this year's show day vlogs will be is kind of a mishmash of stuff. And, I try to put things in, order in which they happened, but I know it was a bit void of like the behind the scenes, interaction with myself and the camera and that kind of stuff. And I'm trying to find that balance of doing this kind of stuff because not only do I enjoy doing it, but I think it provides good value and insight into what goes down from a coaching perspective, but also trying to be, as present as I need to be. And I think that's why, I didn't get as much content from this perspective over the weekend, just because I was obviously doing my job. You know what I mean? Like, I can take clips when they're on stage and still voice the cues that I want them to hit on the stage and get some footage of pumping up and stuff. But if I'm the one behind the camera, obviously I'm limited in what I can do. So, obviously working on, getting assistance and this kind of stuff as shows come up will be something I try to do so I can get more info for you guys. But yeah, as far as the shows go, obviously we had 2 on the weekend there. Went down to Syracuse for the OCB NYS Natural, and then I had 2 competing at the CPA Toronto Naturals here in Toronto. So let's go with Toronto first. So Lindsay and Neil, both first-time competitors, absolutely crushed their first prep. Could not be happier with, the execution in which they did throughout prep. Both of them, like, they were just on the ball, right? Like, very small missteps, if any, which for a first-time competitor to not fall apart at some point is always a win, right? So Neil, over, I believe it was like 16 weeks, like 40 pounds down, like dude was just like on the money, and did awesome in some very competitive men's physique lineups, taking home, if I remember correctly, 5th in the novice and 4th in his open class. So, brought home some hardware, obviously, which we're super happy about. And then Lindsay crushed it in both her novice masters classes, 35 plus. She took home first place, and then second in her open class. So with that second place, obviously getting a nationals qualification. And we chatted after the fact and kind of put 2 and 2 together that had she have jumped in the open masters class as well, she would have won that just based on who was in the class. So amazing results for both. Obviously, Lindsay's got that qualification now, which to be determined if she watches this video. Hopefully you've got some exciting news for me. But anyways, we won't dwell on that. So very happy with Toronto. Also, shout out to everybody on the team that was there, being assistant coach for me, basically. Leah, Jillian, Abdullah lending a helping hand, Jelani helping me with some photos. Like, you guys really came in clutch on that front when it came to keeping me in the loop, helping me relaying information back to me for the team. And I really appreciate that. And as things get busier and things have grown, it's been very helpful to have team members willing to do that, clients willing to do that for me. It is very helpful, and I do appreciate it. Obviously, connecting with clients remotely is kind of the foundation of online coaching, but when it comes to like show day and stuff like that, to have that extra set of hands to take pictures when needed, or whatever the case may be, get me stage pictures so I can see how things are looking, like that stuff is really helpful. So I just want to give you guys your flowers on that front, because genuinely it was very helpful. Then in Syracuse, we had Nick, who hit the stage for the first time the week prior and ran it back for a double shot, which is not easy to do back-to-back peak weeks, but he nailed it. Really, really well executed. Looked fantastic. He did 3 divisions, the debut, open, and novice within the OCB, so brought home some hardware in all of them. Most notably, 3rd place in the open class, which is impressive, because that was a good lineup. Obviously, the open class winner getting his pro card, and that guy, Gage, if I remember correctly, dude looked crazy. Dude was shredded. So Nick finishing off the season there, absolutely phenomenal. If you guys are followers of myself, followers of the team, you'll have seen Nick's face for quite some time now. We've been working together for years, and I've told him time and time again, but to see where he started to now is just wild. Just it's crazy to see what changes can happen when people kind of just flick that switch, So closed out the season for Nick there, and then Chukwuebuka, contrary to Nick closing out his season, Chukwuebuka opening his season. So obviously, you can see in the footage, see in the videos, room to get leaner. But when it comes to mapping out a season, planning a season, obviously you can't just like hit the ground running at 100% that very first time on stage. And that's, by design, right? Like, very few, if any, athletes can be 100% at every single show for a season, especially for an extended season like what we've got planned. We've got, a pretty substantial year ahead with competition. So the goal is to get to a good spot, which we did. Muscularity is there, right? We just need to get him like a good probably 10 pounds leaner to see that kind of full potential unlocked, which, if all goes well, we do that this year. So, taking 4th in the open class, obviously the judges favored a bit more conditioning, right? I could have made a case for him maybe moving up a placing or 2 from a muscularity standpoint, but conditioning wise, obviously they wanted to see that a bit more, which is totally fair. That's judging for you, right? So we know where we need to improve upon, and we are coming up on the next show here soon, and I very much look forward to what's going to happen. So, yeah, I just wanted to close this video out here, guys, and appreciate the views, appreciate the support of myself, support of the team, all that good stuff. And if you do have suggestions or stuff you'd like to see in these videos, obviously let me know. Shoot me a message or comment them or whatever, and I will do my best to accommodate. So that's all for now. Appreciate the watch, appreciate the like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.